Okay, we're going to go ahead and begin with our county council questions for District 1. Mrs. Strong, we'll start with you. Please introduce yourself and state the key points of your campaign. 1 minute.
My name is Mary Strong. I'm a lifelong resident here, Franklin County. Me and my husband are both small business owners, and I'm really passionate about small business. My grandpa came actually to Franklin County in the 60s from Kentucky and started his business, and then my dad started his business here, and now I'm starting my business here, and Joe started his business here as well. My three main points is I really like to see the roads improved and the bridges improved here in Franklin County in District 1. I like to see the slabs replaced with bridges, making a plan, putting a plan in place if it's long-term to make this happen. I want to make sure the law enforcement and the volunteers have the proper equipment they need to keep us safe and to keep the law enforcement safe and the volunteers safe too. They go
10
out
seconds.
to protect us. I think it's important to protect them also. And I like to better our community, seeing parks and recreation in District 1. There's not a lot going on there. And I like to see some things for our kids over there in District 1.
Thank you. Mr. Sizemore, same question. Please introduce yourself and state the key points of your campaign. 1 minute.
Hello everybody, my name is Joe Sizemore. I'm the councilman for District 1. I've been here for 12 years now and seen a lot of stuff. Key points for my campaigns, same as what I've been doing, keeping everything going, trying to bring new stuff in. It's a job out there. We did get to bring one factory in. That was a key point in that. There's some people in here that helped too. That's here now. But mainly, I mean, my district, I know about everybody in it. Everybody's pretty happy. I'm sure we could probably use some improvements here and there, the roads, bridges. I don't like the slabs, but I haven't got a whole lot of complaints about the slabs, so, But,
10 seconds.
I've lived on Pike Creek for 32 years, and I've seen my share of floods. I've seen vehicles underwater, tobacco fields gone, and so, but that's me.
Thank you. Next question. We'll begin with you, Mr. Sizemore. What experience do you have that makes you qualified for this position? 60 seconds.
That's kind of a bad one since I've been here for 12 years. I'll tell you what, when I ran for this job 12 years ago, it was an open seat. There were 6 of us. And I just went around to people and, told them, which I knew a lot of people. And because I used to bartend, church stuff. I knew a lot of people. And my main things was I had 3 promises I told them. I said I would never vote to raise property taxes. I would never do anything to disgrace my office or this county. And so far I haven't. And number 3 was just plain nothing stupid. And I think people really connected with that because there was a lot of idiotic things going on back then. They were trying to take our property rights away. We had a couple commissioners that was
10 seconds.
kind of wanting to tell everybody what to do in Franklin County, and I was always kind of guy, somebody's got it, somebody's taking care of it, and I realized, not nobody, this needs took care of, and nobody asked me to run it. I didn't even tell my wife till I come down and signed up, and she was like, "What?" But
Thank you.
she's been a trooper.
Mrs. Strong, what experience do you have that qualifies you for this position?
Well, I have experience with working with people. I honestly love people, and I like to listen to people and their needs, and I like to actually not listen just to people in our community, but people that's actually working on the highway to find out, what is the problem, what is the problems here in the district. I believe in accountability and honesty, and I believe that is something that we really need here in Franklin County, and I'd like to do the best that I can.
Thank you. The next question will begin with you again. How do you plan to involve residents from your district?
Can you repeat that?
How do you plan to involve residents from your district in the decision-making processes?
I believe in making communications with the people in our community. finding out what the issues are, finding out what the problems are, and just campaigning at this last few months that I have. I've talked to people already, and they've been telling me the issues, and I like to be someone that listened, and like I said just a while ago, is talking to the people in the community that actually work in the community with the hideaway department and other public offices to find out what we can do for these issues.
Thank you. Joe, this will be for you. Do you feel there is waste in the council budget? If so, how do you think that can be addressed? Is there waste in the county budget? And if so, how do you think that that could be addressed?
You know, we went over that budget now. And we've trimmed, I voted to lay people off. I voted to hire people. There is, I don't know of any waste in the county budget. Everybody, it's to the penny. And every office, most offices turn money back in at the end of the year, so they're being real conservative. So, I don't know of any waste. I would like to give a little more safe passage, staying alive. We put money in for the veterans to pay for their bus rides. I would like to do some more community outreach, but it just depends on how much money we have, because we're only limited so much.
And I also didn't ask you the last question.
I know, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and follow up with that one, and then Mrs. Strong will go back to you. How do you plan to involve residents from your district?
Well, my wife owns a beauty salon, so there is tremendous talk there. Trust me. And also, too, if you want to find me, Marathon in Laurel, Have a Bite in Matamore. I'm a member of the Masonic Lodge. I'm down in Matamore. I'm a member at Laurel Lodge, so I'm there. I'm always out on my motorcycle if possible. I get feedback from everyone. I'll tell you, this is just a little story that, you know who the best people to get a feedback from about how things are going? Car salesmen. I'm telling you, Bill Hartman down here, when the Ford dealership was here, I used to use him because I told him, I said, Bill, you talk to how many people a week? 500? Phone calls. These people tell you, you're always hearing something, So I would ask him, hey, but all the time, I'm out everywhere. People talk to me. Everybody knows me, so they're more than welcome.
Thank you. Now back to you with the other question, Mrs. Strong. Do you feel there is waste in the council budget? And if so, how would you address it?
I personally don't know the budget well enough yet to say that there is waste or not waste. In my opinion, I think that there is places that we should prioritize more. I'm really passionate about road improvement right now, because when there's lives lost and there's lives involved and we're taking a risk at losing another life anytime that it floods there at that place, I think that there should be money budgeted for that, for at least gates on these slabs to make sure that there is no issues there. The woman that passed away a few years ago in Pipe Creek, she got lost, had her GPS routed her there, and it was dark, there was no gates up, and the time she knew it, she got taken away by it. And I think that we should really focus on putting our money there.
And Mary, the final question then will be for you. You have 1 minute to explain to candidates anything else that you'd like to share about your campaign or about you.
I'm willing to work hard. That's something that I actually enjoy doing. I like to work hard, and I love people, and I love people in my community. And the people in the community know that I care about them and the issues, and that I'm really wanting to make a change. And I stepped out doing this, not because I had a whole lot of time on my hands, but when something matters to you, you make time and prioritize to see something happen. And if I get elected, I'm hoping to see change in our community with parks and safer roads. And one thing that I would like to tell the community is change starts with them, and they need to get out and vote if they want to see change, because I'm excited and I'm passionate about what's going to happen if I get elected, and I'm ready. So,
Thank you. And Mr. Sizemore, anything else that you would like to share with constituents about your campaign?
Well, I'm sitting here trying to think exactly how to say this. You know, being a council member, I don't have any executive privileges, okay? Everything has to go through a 7-board majority vote. And and I get things done because I have the respect of people like the commissioners, state senators, state representatives. And I mean, if you don't believe me, call Jeff Rotz and say, hey, how many times has Joe Sizemore called you on an issue? You know, he'll be like, oh my God, you know, the guy's killing me. But I'm gonna prioritize the same thing I've been doing, keeping Franklin County a good place to live, low taxes, because people, you know,
10 seconds.
some people can afford to pay more taxes, but some can't. It might mean, you know, the difference in losing their house. So, you know, that's a main issue for me, keeping just things good.
Thank you. Thank you both. You may be seated.
Hey, thanks for putting this on.